where do you think we are in like the crypto life cycle? Like, are we still like incredibly early? Should people be thinking about this as like, and I know it's at 49,000, but you know, we think it's going to go to 100. Like, where are we at in the life cycle?
I increasingly have thought about crypto in three stages of development. The first is a new digital money. The second is a new financial system. The third is a new broad internet application platform. If I had to guess, and these are highly, highly speculative because with any new foundational technology, it's very hard to predict the future and where you are in the trend. But if I had to guess, we're probably order of magnitude 10% into a new digital money. We're maybe 1/10 of 1% into a new financial system. And we are effectively at zero on a new internet application platform. It's
Wow.
super, super early.
And I mean, I'm curious, going back to 2011 or 2012 when you're starting all of this and going deeper in this world, you've been through, I mean, so many ups and downs over the past 10 years in crypto. Like, I mean, I've watched it mainly as a bystander, but you have obviously lived and breathed all of this. How do you think, like, I imagine there's still, going to be rocky waters moving forward and all of that, but like, how do you think about just in general, like what do you think the conviction was in 2011 or 2012? Like, has that come through, like whatever that you believed, or are you still like, okay, we're not even at that point that I believed was going to happen?
I'll say two things. One is, as time has gone on, both my conviction in crypto working and the scope of what I think that means have both gone up substantially, which I think is a very cool phenomenon that exists for any huge fundamental technological breakthrough. The nature of it is at the beginning, it's very hard to predict all of the first, second, or third order effects. Concretely, in the context of crypto, I thought it was just going to be Bitcoin and it was just going to be digital money and we'd be doing some cool internet payments, let alone build a whole new financial system from the ground up, let alone build a whole new internet app platform from the ground up. And that part is like, that's not, again, we're at like 0% on some of these trends. We're just seeing the tip of it. The other thing I would say is just, I've been in crypto for 10 years now, and in running Coinbase, I've experienced some pretty intense ups and downs. Like, crypto has felt like it's been stratospheric at many times. Other times, everybody thought it was dead. And there's something very cool about going through that kind of volatility and experience, which is the thing Brian and I analogize it to is it's as if you're a rubber band, and at some point you just get stretched so many times that things tend to just not really phase you anymore in comparison. So it's been very, very gut wrenching. I also wouldn't trade the experience for anything.
Yeah, I mean, I literally can't imagine. I mean, I watched a lot of this from the sidelines, but if I was as deep as you were, there were some real moments of like, oh my gosh, like this is going to the absolute moon. And then there was somewhere it's like, wow, like we were just like kicked in the stomach, 10 times over. And it feels like, how do we recover from this? But it's been amazing to watch. And I respect the hell out of you and everyone else that's worked so hard to just continue to push this forward, because at least for me, it feels like we're finally in this moment right now where it's like, okay, like Bitcoin's a thing, like this is going to be a thing, and it's going to be at least a store of value. But it took, 10 years, to get to that point. So I'm curious how these, other parts that you mentioned, how long that takes, and how many more, ups and downs there are.
That's a good question. Well, I mean, I started an investment firm premised on the idea that that crypto would be the most important technological trend of the next 30 years. I think it will play out at least over that time frame. The internet, we're probably 25 years into a mainstream internet, and it feels like we're just getting started there in many ways. I think it's going to take a long time. I mean, the sort of the crypto maximalist world looks like crypto in retrospect is obvious as a mainstream digital money and store of value. Of course, we want an open standard for digital money in a digital world. Why would we not? I think that thought, while it might seem crazy to some today, or it certainly seemed crazy to almost everybody 4 years ago, might seem extremely obvious in retrospect. And then this is the thing about crypto and any new foundational technology. Generally speaking, you have to accept the initial premise of the new technology for your mind to be able to get to all the steps after that kind of foundational layer. So let's say we are living in a world where there's a new digital money in the world. People probably want to do stuff with their new digital money like they do in the current financial system with their regular money. Okay, that means we probably want a financial system that is built atop the new digital money and interacts with it natively. That's the beginning of what we see in DeFi and crypto today. I think like DeFi is a cute and somewhat obfuscating name for, I think, the power of what's occurring there. You've gone from 0 to almost $50 billion in user assets in the last 2.5 years. Like, you look for a classic product market fit graph, it's like exponential up and to the right. And I think people still may not grasp the magnitude of what that could mean in 20 years. And then the new kind of internet application platform, and so I think the crypto money thing will take 20, 30 years more to play out easily. The new financial system, the same. The new application platform, at least that. And I think we're just seeing the canaries in the coal mine where TikTok almost got censored across nation state borders, or the president gets deplatformed not only from every major social site, but like Amazon Web Services, so you can't even host a website, or the App Store. And I say this independent of political view. It's just, I think the takeaway from looking at all that is, if you want to build a truly global application, crypto might be the only way you can do that now. And I think that doesn't even touch all the power that crypto has, where you can build economics directly into apps. You can own all sorts of things, including digital money and digital items like NFTs. Like, if you're picturing we're living in a Ready Player One metaverse, you definitely want it to be on some neutral platform where you can own all your own stuff. I don't think we want to live in like Facebook Town, for example, if it's our whole life, and they could like delete your character amongst other things. So, in any case, I think it's super early, and the more I think crypto develops, the more clear it is to me that it is the open standard we're going to use for money, information, any digital item. And that's just like NFTs is part of the tip of that spear I think we're seeing today.